Some unfortunate news for Buckeye fans out of Columbus today. Chase Young is suspended indefinitely, or at least for one game, in-house suspension for Ohio State NCAA. And it hasn't came down with the punishment yet. He accepted a loan from a family friend last year, I believe. Yes, or 2 years ago. I think it was freshman year. But is this a big loss for Ohio State? Well, it depends how long it is. I believe they have no excuse. They got Maryland and Rutgers the next 2 weeks. They should get by those easy, but then their final two games are against Penn State and Michigan. And those are two really good football teams, and it's gonna. I don't. That's gonna be really tough. Put all your focus on uh, on Penn State. You can't overlook that because you got the neck, and you can't. But it's gonna be hard not to playing the game in the Big House. So it's gonna be interesting. Chase Young is the best defensive end in the country. He's just a freak of havoc. He gets the quarterback like nothing. He just runs stuffer. He just gets in the backfield and he just wrecks havoc. He might not always get the play, but he's making a play every down he gets, and it's unfortunate for Ohio State fans. If he's out for the remainder of the games and of the season, but you have to get over it. Maybe not being Penn State. They got a quarterback in Sean Clifford who's really good, and if he has time to throw the football, things are going to be in trouble because Penn State's defense is really good, and I just believe, and I know Ohio State's offense is elite. So I believe that if Penn State plays their A game, there's no way that Ohio State scores more than 28 points. And without Chase Young, can Penn State score at least 28 points? And if Sean Clifford's on if they don't rush the quarterback, because they don't have Chase Young, I can legitimately see Penn State coming out with the win. I can also see Michigan in the Big House, even though, let's be honest, Ohio State's better than Michigan, and they also have won so many in a row. I mean, that's their little brother. It's a mind game for Michigan, there's no reason why Michigan lost last year. I thought they were the better team. They were more talented throughout the entire year. They showed they had the best resume, way better than Ohio State. Ohio State had an ugly loss, and then Ohio State had a really close one against Maryland, 52-51, and they couldn't stop the run. They could not stop the run at all last year, but they stuffed Michigan, and they just beat them pretty badly, 62-39. It was unexplainable. It's just a mind game for Michigan. Maybe in the Big House, maybe if Chase Young is not there, they can just had some confidence, in which would be huge for Michigan, and maybe they could beat them. But that's for Michigan. If it's just 1 or 2 games, don't worry, no excuses. If it's 3 to 4, might need some more in Columbus, Ohio. That's all I got to say about that.